at the time, like it meant the world. It was like winning the Masters at the time.
Grant, you've played with some of the boys squad from Scottish Golf today at the Genesis Pro-Am. How would you rate their play?
Yeah, no, the guys were great. It's always a treat to get 3 good players in a Pro-Am. We get some shockers. So, no, the boys were great. And hitting the ball really well, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
You can see that they were wanting to smash it past you on occasion. That's all part of the growing up process, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think the young guys now are hitting it further and further, but I think I've still got them, thankfully.
Obviously, playing with amateurs might take you back to your own amateur days. You had great success flying the Scottish flag as an amateur. What do you recall of those days?
Yeah, it was, I think I broke into the Scottish setup when I was 14 and won the under-16s at Largs. That was my first title, and then the Scottish boys at West Kilbride in 2010. And it's mad that that was 15 years ago now. It's quite scary.
And you went on to win the men's Am as well, so you did quite a unique treble there, the under-16s, the boys, and then the men's. When you reflect on that, is that a source of pride for you?
Yeah, definitely. They're the match play especially, they're tough to win because it's just a straight knockout, from day one. So you can get the wrong guy on the wrong day and that's you out. But yeah, it was obviously a great honour to have the Scottish boys and men's, like both national titles. Definitely fond memories.
When you reflect on those amateur days, what is it that stands out for you?
We were really lucky, coming through Scottish Golf and Scottish Golf Union as I was back then, and had some really good support and went on some great trips and made some great mates out of it as well. And yeah, looking back, the golf was obviously brilliant. It's what we all wanted to do at the time, but at the end of the day, not all the guys in a junior team are going to even turn pro. But it's great to play sort of team golf. Once you turn pro, you kind of lose that, and it's definitely the thing I miss the most is playing for a team, especially your country.
One of the events that you won as an amateur, the Scottish Boys, is on again next week, Blairgowrie. It's a long week. What's your recollections of that? It was a purely match play back in your day.
Yeah, I remember I was, sharing a car through to West Kilbride with, one of the guys from Craigielaw, a year older, and you go through and you book your hotel for Monday night and pack up the car, and you don't know if you're staying again for another day, and then it just keeps going, and then the end of the week it's like, you play 10 rounds of golf that week. It's a long week, takes a lot out of you, but yeah, obviously like really cool to get to the final and then obviously win. But at the time, like it meant the world. It was like winning the Masters at the time. But looking back, it's like it was just the boys' golf tournament. But I think it's all just part of the journey of your golf career.
What would you say to the boys who are taking part in this year's event? You mentioned there it felt like winning the Masters for you as a kid. What advice would you give them getting into this year's event?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a slightly different format now. It's with the stroke play qualifying, but yeah, just buckle down, try and get into the match play, and then anything can happen after that. So, that's about it, and just try and enjoy yourself.
As an apprenticeship, it did you not bad, did it, Grant? You've kicked on in the DP World Tour, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I've been really lucky, and been pro for 8.5 years now, which is quite scary. The time really does fly, but yeah, very fortunate to be doing this for a living.
Great, and I hope you're doing it for many more years with just as much success as you've had. Cheerio.